Let's be real, millionaire gurus are lying to you. If you've ever seen those flashy ads on YouTube, guys in a rented Lamborghini telling you they've cracked the code to making money online, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And honestly, I can't blame them, because in marketing you need to sell a dream, you need to sell an outcome. People want the Ferrari, they don't want doing the boring work 12 hours per day. That's not sexy, that doesn't sell anything, so you have to give the people what they want. But here is the truth they forget to tell you. 99% of people will never make a single dollar online, so let alone $10,000 per month or even more. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly why. But most importantly, I'm going to show you step by step how you can actually make $10,000 per month in a way that gives you insanely high profit margins up to 95%, and that actually works. My name is Fred and I grew up in a lower middle class family. My parents are nurses and we often lacked money, which is why I always had the drive to work extremely hard and to become financially free. And after failing countless times and trying every business model online and listening to all of the bad advice given by the big gurus, I finally cracked the code. And no, I don't have a Rolex or a Ferrari, and I also don't live in Dubai, but I've been able to create my dream life and reach all of my goals so far. So to thank you for being with me on this journey, when we hit 30,000 subs, I'm going to be giving away $2,000. All you need to do is to watch the video until the end, subscribe, and share it with a friend to push it in the algorithm. First, let's break down why most online business models completely suck. Because what a lot of people fail to realize, unfortunately, is that what matters the most is not how hard you work, but what you're working on. Warren Buffett famously said, "It doesn't matter how hard you row, it matters what boat you're in." Because you could be the hardest working person in the world, but if you're in the wrong vehicle, your success is capped and your income with it. Imagine working 80 hours a week as a waiter. No matter how hard you hustle, there is a limit when it comes to how much money you can make. Now compare that to somebody working a scalable, high profit business model. Even with half the effort, they can make 10 times more money simply because they're using the right vehicle. And that's exactly why choosing the right business model is everything. So now that you understand that, let's take a look at dropshipping, for example. Everybody is just making it sound easy. Just find a cheap product from China, build a Shopify store in just a few minutes, import some products from AliExpress, run some ads, and then boom, that's it. You're making money in your sleep, and in 90 days, you will officially be a millionaire. But what these big gurus forget to tell you is that profit margins are razor thin, on average 5 to 20%. And from experience, after having spoken to lots of dropshippers myself, unsuccessful ones, but also very successful ones, a lot of people, they hover closer to 5% than 20%, especially when utilizing paid ads to get customers. So let's say you were selling a $30 product. The product alone costs you $15 on AliExpress. And then you factor in shipping, transaction fees, potential refunds, potential issues, all the softwares you need to use, and even paid ads. And then you'd be lucky to make a few dollars on a sale. And that's if you can even get a winning product in the first place. Many people, myself included a few years ago, burned through thousands of dollars they've worked so hard to earn, only to test products but not even to get a return on investment. And if you think it gets any better with Amazon FBA, it's actually the same story. You need thousands of dollars up front just to buy inventory. You're dealing with crazy competition, and Amazon can shut down your store literally overnight. And even if you do well, Amazon takes a big cut and you still sell physical products, so profit margins are already thin, but now they get even thinner. Now what about crypto and trading, you may wonder? Honestly, you might as well just go to the casino. It's literally the same thing. Sure, some people make money, but most people lose it all just as fast. And unless you have insider knowledge or you've got an edge over the competition, you're honestly screwed. You're playing a rigged game. The point is this: not all business models are created equal. If you want to make real money online, to print cash on demand, to make $10,000 per month and even more consistently, then you need a high profit, low cost business model. And it should be simple to start. And that's exactly why high ticket coaching or services is the best business model for 99% of people, beginners but also advanced. To help you, I've recorded a free video training in which I share with you the simple 3-step process I've been following that makes me upwards of $1,200 per day with 95% profit margins. I will leave the link in the description below, but you can also directly apply to book a call with me directly, and I will see if I can actually help you to start or to build your business. Just think about this. What if instead of selling a $30 product and keeping $5 on it, if anything at all, you were selling a $3,000 offer and keeping most of it? What if you could just land 2 to 5 customers per month and already be earning $10,000 plus? That is the power of high ticket sales. And before you say, "But I don't have anything to sell," I want you to listen carefully, because this is where most people get stuck. You do not need to be a world-class expert. You just need to be a few steps ahead of your ideal customer. That's literally it. In terms of skill and knowledge and competence, when you are a 2 on a scale of 1 to 10, the best person to learn from, it's a 5 or a 6. Not not a 10 out of 10, because for the 10, it's been so long they were a beginner, they forgot what it's like. They forgot what beginners struggle with in the first place. And there are people out there right now struggling with the exact problem you can help them to solve. Maybe you're good at fitness, productivity, mindset, sales, social media content, whatever it may be, there is a market for it. Now if you're thinking, why would somebody pay me thousands of dollars for it? Let me explain. People do not pay for information, they pay for results, outcomes, futures. Nobody buys a Ferrari because they want to go from point A to point B. You could just walk or take the bus. And when it comes to coaching and services, technically information is free and readily accessible everywhere. But if all you needed to be successful was just free information, then how come most people are not extremely wealthy? And think about this. Nowadays information is more accessible than ever. And most people know how to lose weight, right? So then, if information was all that we needed, how come we literally have an obesity epidemic and we've never had such a crazy amount of overweight or obese people? Yet, we've never had as much free information everywhere. That's because information is not the only thing you need to succeed. And if you try to piece everything together, it often takes you months, if not years. I personally struggled with the same problems for months, close to 1 year, and all of that was solved in one call with my mentor. So in 1 hour, the problem I was dealing with for almost 12 months was solved, just like that, just because I didn't know what I didn't know. So people want a proven path. They also want personalized help and accountability, and that's exactly why high-ticket coaching or services work so damn well. You help people to get results faster, and they're happy to pay for it. Now let's talk about execution, because this is where the gurus overpromise and underdeliver. They give you a surface level idea to leave you hanging, but I'm going to provide you with a real step-by-step strategy you can start using literally today. Step 1. Pick a niche. If you want to make a lot of money, all you need to do is to solve a specific problem for a specific type of person. That's literally it. And the more specific, the better. So instead of saying, I help people to get fit, you could say, I help busy executives and working professionals to lose 20 pounds in 90 days without having to follow restrictive diets or spend hours in the gym. That is a much more compelling offer, because if you try to speak to everyone, you really end up speaking to no one. And that's exactly why niching down is incredibly powerful. Imagine you are in a massive crowd and you start shouting, hey everybody! No one really turns around because people think you're a bit crazy, and why would you shout like that? And it's generic. You're not calling out one person specifically. But if you were to yell, hey Sarah, for example, then everybody who's named Sarah, they would turn around and look at you because you're calling their name directly. So the same applies to business. If your offer is too broad, it gets ignored. But when you focus on a specific niche, your message resonates better, which makes it a lot easier to attract your ideal customers to you, because it feels like you're speaking directly to them, because you are. Step number 2, creating a high value offer. Your goal is to take someone from point A, where they are currently, to point B, where they want to be. Your offer, your product or service, whatever it may be, is the vehicle that helps them to bridge the gap. And that's exactly why you want to structure your offer around this transformation. It could be one-on-one coaching, group coaching with an online training program, or even a done-for-you service. The good news is you don't have to just pick one and stick with it forever. You're not married to it. You can start with done-for-you services, for example, or one-on-one coaching or group coaching, and then you offer all of these separately to reach different segments of your market. That way, you maximize your income potential while serving all categories in your market, answering all of the needs of your customers. Now, step number 3, getting customers. Forget about complicated funnels. The fastest way to scale your business to $10,000 per month is through appointment setting and content. Find people who need your help and start conversations on LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Make content, and when somebody engages with your content, start a conversation with these people. On platforms like TikTok, Instagram, you can DM people, and in each piece of content you make, you need to use very specific call to actions. Tell people to watch a free training, tell people to book a call, give them as much free value as you can. That is the first step. Step number 4, sell on calls. To be great at sales, you don't need to be super loud or to be born an extroverted, super confident person. In fact, it might be best if you're not. To make this work, you just need to understand the person's problem, show them how they can solve it, and let them make a decision. That's literally it. You should make it a no-brainer for them. And if you're thinking, oh, but I hate selling, just remember this. Selling is simply helping people to make the best decision for themselves. If you genuinely believe in your offer, it gets results, it's a moral obligation to sell it to people, because if they don't work with you, they will keep struggling with the same problem for months and maybe even for years. So you would be doing them a disservice not to pitch them your offer. And let's address another myth. I need a big audience to make money online. You do not need thousands of followers, a huge email list, or to be famous, or even to have a crazy budget for paid ads. In fact, most people who make $10,000 per month and more, they have a small but targeted community. Quality over quantity. Here's an example. Just imagine you have a whole of people who are very active with your content. If just 10 of them book a call, that's 10%, and 2 2 to 3 become paying customers. That's a 20 to 30% closing rate. You are already making some serious money with a high ticket offer. So it's not about chasing viral content for the sake of it. It's about attracting the right type of people. If you're serious about finally making money online, you need to take everything I've given you here today and start applying it. Now, if you want to get my personal help to start or to grow your business, I invite you to check out the free resources in the description below or to directly book a call with myself, and we'll come up with a customized game plan for you to hit $10,000 per month. I do have to mention, spots fill up extremely quickly, so make sure to book your call if you want to learn more. With that being said, I'll be waiting for you on the other side.